The spotlight cuts through the darkness like a blade, illuminating a single figure whose tears glisten under the harsh arena lights. In a sea of 60,000 screaming fans, one young woman stands frozen, overwhelmed by emotions she can't contain. What happens next will transform not just her night, but create a moment that defines the very essence of human connection in the digital age. If you want to discover more stories about artists who changed lives with a single gesture, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more incredible moments like this one. Tonight, we're witnessing something that transcends music itself. It's September 15, 2016, at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Beyoncé's Formation World Tour has already broken records, selling over 2.2 million tickets worldwide. But tonight feels different. The energy in the stadium carries an electric tension that even seasoned crew members notice. This isn't just another stop on a massive tour. This is the night when superstardom meets raw human vulnerability in the most unexpected way. The stakes couldn't be higher. With millions watching via social media live streams and professional cameras capturing every angle, a single moment of authentic connection could either humanize a global icon or expose the calculated nature of celebrity interactions. The crowd has paid premium prices, not just for entertainment, but for the chance to feel truly seen by someone who seems to exist in an entirely different stratosphere of fame and success. At center stage stands Beyoncé Giselle Knowles-Carter, 35 years old, at the absolute peak of her artistic and commercial power. Her Formation album has just sparked global conversations about race, femininity, and empowerment. She moves across the stage with the precision of a dancer who's been performing since childhood, yet carries the gravitas of someone who understands the weight of her cultural influence. In the VIP section, her team monitors every detail: lighting cues, sound levels, security protocols. But in section 133, row 12, seat 8, sits Ebony Banks, a 19-year-old college student from Newark who saved for 8 months to afford this ticket. She's wearing a homemade t-shirt with Beyoncé's lyrics hand-painted across the front, her hands trembling not from excitement but from something deeper, a personal crisis that brought her here tonight, seeking solace in the only voice that's ever made her feel understood. Around her, thousands of fans sing along, but Ebony stands silent, tears streaming down her face as the weight of recent personal losses crashes over her in waves. The concert has been building toward this moment for over an hour. Beyoncé has commanded the stage through Crazy in Love, brought the house down with Single Ladies, and transformed the arena into a church during Halo. The elaborate stage design features a massive video screen that extends into the crowd, allowing her to move closer to fans than traditional concert setups permit. As she transitions into XO, a slower, more intimate track, something shifts in the atmosphere. The bombastic choreography gives way to something more personal, more vulnerable. Beyoncé walks along the extended stage, making eye contact with individual fans, touching outstretched hands. The massive production suddenly feels intimate, as if she's performing in someone's living room rather than a stadium. Her backup dancers fade into the background, leaving her alone under a single spotlight that follows her movement through the crowd. The instrumental arrangement softens, creating space for individual voices to rise above the collective roar. It's during this delicate musical moment that her gaze lands on section 133, where one figure stands motionless while everyone around her sways and sings. Through the stage lights and distance, Beyoncé notices what her security team has missed: a young woman whose body language speaks of deep pain rather than celebration. Band members exchange glances as they notice Beyoncé's subtle change in focus. Her musical director, Derek Dixie, adjusts the tempo slightly, sensing that something unscripted is about to unfold. The backup singers continue their harmonies, but their eyes follow Beyoncé's line of sight toward the crowd. Security personnel shift positions, unsure whether to intervene or observe. In the VIP area, her mother, Tina Knowles-Lawson, leans forward, recognizing the look in her daughter's eyes, the same expression she's worn since childhood when encountering someone in distress. The technical crew monitoring the video feeds zoom in on the section Beyoncé is focused on, and suddenly everyone can see what she sees: a young woman crying silently while surrounded by jubilant fans. Social media managers pause their scheduled posts, sensing that something significant is developing. The crowd around Ebony remains oblivious, lost in their own concert experience, creating an island of solitude in an ocean of celebration. Production assistants whisper into headsets, asking whether this moment should be captured for the official concert film or if it's too personal, too raw for public consumption. Without breaking her performance, Beyoncé makes a decision that will ripple across social media platforms for years to come. She deviates from the planned choreography and walks directly towards Section 133, her security team scrambling to adjust their positions. As she approaches the barrier separating the stage from the audience, she never breaks eye contact with Ebony, who suddenly realizes that her musical idol is walking directly toward her. The crowd around them erupts in confusion and excitement. Why is Beyoncé leaving her mark and heading into the general admission area? Her voice never wavers as she continues singing XO, but her movements become more deliberate, more purposeful. She signals to her security team with a subtle hand gesture they've never seen before, a wordless communication that says, "Trust me on this." The music continues, but the entire stadium begins to shift its attention from the stage to this unexpected migration into the crowd. Fans pull out phones to capture whatever is about to happen, but something in Beyoncé's demeanor suggests they're witnessing something sacred rather than spectacular. The climax arrives without fanfare or dramatic flourish. Beyoncé reaches the barrier and, in a move that breaks every security protocol, steps into the crowd itself. She walks directly to Ebony, who is now sobbing openly, and without saying a word, pulls her into an embrace that lasts exactly 17 seconds, long enough for the young woman to whisper, "Thank you for saving my life," into Beyoncé's ear. The global superstar responds not with celebrity platitudes, but with genuine human connection, holding Ebony tighter and whispering back words that no microphone captures, but that transform a stranger's darkest moment into light. The crowd around them falls silent, recognizing they're witnessing something beyond performance, beyond entertainment, beyond the transactional nature of celebrity culture. It's raw humanity, unscripted and unmanaged, happening in real time before 60,000 witnesses. The immediate aftermath creates a wave of emotion that spreads through the stadium like wildfire. Fans who moments earlier were focused on getting the perfect selfie now find themselves crying alongside strangers. The embrace ends, but Beyoncé doesn't immediately return to the stage. Instead, she spends another 3 minutes moving through that section, making eye contact with other fans, touching hands, creating a ripple effect of connection that transforms the entire energy of the venue. When she finally returns to complete XO, her voice carries new emotional weight, as if the song has been rewritten in real time by genuine human experience. The remaining 40 minutes of the concert feel different, more intimate, more meaningful, as if everyone present has been part of something that transcends typical entertainment. Social media explodes instantly. Fan-shot videos of the moment rack up millions of views within hours, but unlike typical viral concert moments, these clips focus not on spectacle but on the profound simplicity of human compassion. The consequences extend far beyond that single night, creating a cultural moment that redefines how we understand celebrity, authenticity, and the power of genuine human connection in an increasingly digital world. Ebony's story, shared with her permission, reveals that she had been contemplating suicide following a series of personal losses, and that Beyoncé's music had been her lifeline. The concert embrace didn't just comfort a crying fan, it literally saved a life. The moment becomes a case study in crisis intervention programs, demonstrating how unexpected acts of compassion can interrupt the darkest thoughts. Major media outlets analyze the incident not as celebrity news, but as a profound example of emotional intelligence and authentic leadership. The video clips are shared not just by music fans, but by mental health advocates, social workers, and anyone who understands the life-changing power of being truly seen by another human being. Beyoncé herself never capitalizes on the moment commercially. She doesn't mention it in interviews, doesn't use it for promotional purposes, allowing its organic impact to speak for itself. The incident inspires countless similar acts of connection at concerts worldwide, as other artists recognize the profound responsibility and opportunity that comes with their platform. This moment reveals something fundamental about the relationship between artists and audiences, between fame and humanity, between performance and authentic connection. In an era where celebrity interactions are often calculated and managed, Beyoncé demonstrated that true star power lies not in maintaining distance, but in courageously closing it. Her decision to step off the stage and into vulnerability created a template for authentic celebrity engagement that prioritizes human need over professional protocol. The 17-second embrace became a masterclass in leadership, showing that real influence comes from recognizing our shared humanity rather than exploiting our differences in status or circumstance. It reminds us that in our increasingly disconnected world, sometimes the most revolutionary act is simply paying attention to someone else's pain and responding with genuine compassion. Years later, as digital interaction continues to replace face-to-face connection, this moment stands as proof that nothing can replace the transformative power of human presence, authentic empathy, and the courage to step outside our comfort zones to comfort someone else. What moment of unexpected human connection has stayed with you, and how might you create that experience for someone else who needs to feel seen?